So when James Harden requested a trade earlier this offseason, I was just confused because James Harden and the Joel Embiid duo was one of the best duos last season. The assist to James Harden, the pick and rolls, ultimately led Joel Embiid to be winning the MVP. And they just had so much potential on the court and even off the court. They look like two best friends. And when James Harden requested that trade at first, I thought it had to be because he just felt disrespected and wanted more money. And that's kind of been confirmed now, as first we got the report saying that the 76ers have ended trade talks on guard James Harden and plan to bring him back for the start of the training camp. And I think that's something that I really expected, because the Clippers would have to give up Paul George for the 76ers to make that deal. The 76ers have come out and said that they want a star for James Harden. So that's something I just did not see happening at all in the offseason. But then this Monday morning, we got some news that I just did not expect at all. And it just shows that this situation with James Harden is just way deeper and way crazier than we really expected. He came out and said in China, when he was talking to people, he said that Daryl Morey is a liar and he does not want to be part of an organization with him at all.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of.
And that's really crazy, because Daryl Morey and James Harden has been one of the best relationships between a GM and a player, probably of all time, dating back to the Houston Rockets days. And everywhere that James Harden went, he was kind of thinking that somehow Daryl Morey is going to be involved. And now this is how it ended up. And this just goes to show that something is wrong with the Philadelphia 76ers organization. How every single year there has to be drama. And I'm not even lying. There's every single year there's something wrong. Jahlil Okafor, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz. They had Al Horford on the team one time. They didn't give money to Jimmy Butler.
Tobias Harris over me?
There's something really going on behind the scenes, and this shows how deep it is. And so now this relationship between Daryl Morey and James Harden is completely broken. James Harden is not going to be returning to this team. And what team will James Harden go to? Now, he wants to go to the Los Angeles Clippers, and a trade would probably have to be, a lot of players heading back to the Philadelphia 76ers for that to happen, because they want a star. And ultimately, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. I think it's going to be another team that's going to shock a lot of people, potentially like the New York Knicks, who have a person like RJ Barrett, who's been going off in the offseason playing with Team Canada. And I think that there's just no way he returns to this team, because that's going to be the most awkwardest situation of all time. And moving back on to, Daryl Morey and what I think he's thinking right now, I think Daryl Morey is even going to wait this thing out longer, maybe even longer than the Ben Simmons situation. Because with James Harden saying this might even tank his trade value even more. Like, this is another star that wants out and everything. I don't think a team would necessarily want that. So I think that's going to tank his trade value even more. And for the 76ers, they're going to be losing James Harden. So what is really going to be next for this Philadelphia 76ers team? Time and time again in the offseason, they've just been completely messing up. What is next for this team that completely choked Game 7 versus the Boston Celtics? So let's say they lose James Harden. They get a couple of players back, which is most likely going to be the situation. That would mean that Tyrese Maxey is probably going to be at the forefront. A Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid duo. That still isn't even that bad of a team. So I think that Daryl Morey should really wait things out, get the best player possible, and that is the right thing to do, because this team, if they really get things right, they add a wing, they get some defense, they get some shooters, they're still on track to win a championship even without James Harden. Because I think that time and time again, they haven't been losing because of talent. They've been losing because they're choking and they're afraid of the light. Every single series, they've had so much chances to win a championship. So that's where I kind of think of things. I think this is probably one of the most craziest drama situations to ever happen in the NBA. Like, I just wake up one day and I'm seeing that James Harden's taking shots at the GM that he's been friends with. I did not expect this to happen. Like, this is some bull. But with that being said, I think that's really gonna wrap up things with this video. What do you guys think about this entire situation? Like I said, things are looking very, very bad for the Philadelphia 76ers. And if they don't make things right, this offseason, they're not winning a championship anytime soon. And you couldn't expect Joel Embiid to walk out of the door, because this front office is absolutely horrible. But with that being said, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. It's your boy Josh the Arch, and I'm out.